So this is a rather old-fashioned item. I was given it a while back and I really love it. It's a nightie and it's too good to waste. But what's happened is that the stitching along the line here is broken, and as a result the gathering's broken. So I'm going to show you a quick fix here. I'll do it in a couple of videos and then blend it. First of all, I'm going to start with gathering. I'm not going to be very precise about this because I just want it mended. I'm not going to be a competition for beauty. So here we go, just secure my stitch. Now when this is all securely gathered and this is not. So when you're gathering, you just create a running stitch. You put the needle in, needle out, needle in, needle out, and then pull the threads together. Sorry, pull the fabric over the thread. So I'm just doing this in and out. Now I'm going to stop the video there and I'm going to finish. I'll pull it through just to start. There we are. Can you see I'm bunching it? Now while I finish doing it along there, I'll stop the video and then I'll show you my next stage. I've done my gathering stitch all the way along there and I've bunched the cloth up. So this is just my last gathering stitch. Here we go. So now what I'm going to do here, because the space is limited, is just put the needle in there. I haven't tensioned my thread yet. So what I'm going to do now is pin from the other side. So turn it over and distributing the gathers across. Oh, I think I'll bring my thread to the back actually. So hold on a second. Take my thread to the back as I have more control. There. Now I'm going to pull the thread tight. There we are. I'm going to pull it tight. So now I know I can redistribute my gathers, and I'm going to, at this point, secure my thread so it's not going to undo again. There, 1, 2, 3, and trim that. So now I've tightened my gathering, there. And what I shall do next is distribute the gathering along my gathering line. That's good enough. And I'm going to have to stitch my top cloth onto my gathered cloth again. Everything will move while I'm stitching unless I pin. So I'm going to pin vertically, because that means I can stitch over my pins and they don't get in the way. And I'm pinning on the back of the cloth so I can see the gathers. There. It's a bit tight, there's a lot of gathering there, but I'm not going to be fussed. It'll be just fine. Actually, I might be a bit picky. I think I'll move some of the gathering along there where there's less. There we are. That looks okay. Right, that's what I've done. Pins are good enough, a bit wonky, but good enough. So now, on the other side, I'm going to pick up my thread again and do a back stitch here. Now I'm going to do this double thread just because I want it to be a little bit stronger, so you can see 2 threads being worked at once. So here we go. Back stitch, which you're now familiar with, along the edge. Now I'm going to stop videoing because I shall finish back stitching and show you the finished item. So I've done my back stitch all the way along the line, and you can see that back stitch is irregular, especially if you're sort of manhandling cloth, but it works in the end. It looks a bit old-fashioned. It looks like Victorians made their clothes. I'll trim a bit of this off because where it was constructed before, the edge of the gather was actually inserted into the seam, but I'm not bothered about that. So I'll just do my last stitches here, will secure the stitch. I'm running out of thread now. 1, 2, I think I'll just squeeze a third. Yep, there. Trim that. I could trim off bits of this. I think I will actually. Just, it's cotton, it won't fray too badly after that. There, be all right. Now let's have a look at the front, see if it's good enough. That's good enough for me. A little bit bodged there, but that is great. Oh, I've got a gap. I'll go back and mend that.